Welcome to the Fireside Chat for Fitness and Nutrition with Adrienne and Ken. Today we're going to be talking about pelvic floor and core exercises and how to have a better bowel movement. Yes, we are. All right, Ken, would you like to kick us off?
I would, yes. So pelvic floor, which is the muscles that control your pelvis, and good exercise is what's called a Kegel. And how you engage those is, imagine you're stopping your urine flow. There are two different types of Kegels you can do, I've learned, and one of them is the power Kegel, and one is just regular Kegels. And so let's say, for instance, you're just sitting here, and you have a good, ergonomic posture. Your head's over your shoulders over your hips, and so forth. All I want you to do is imagine you are stopping your urine flow, and you're just going to hold that for a second, and then relax, and then hold, and then relax, and then hold, and relax. And you do that 10 to 15 times. You can rest, do it again, rest, do it again. You can do that a couple times a day, actually. So those are it's an isometric contraction. It helps those floor muscles get stronger. Now that's a regular Kegel. A power Kegel is where you hold it for a specific amount of time. Say for instance, 10 to 15 seconds. And what will happen is this. I guarantee you'll squeeze it, and then you hold for 5, 4. Say for instance, we're doing it for 10 seconds. And you go for 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. When I get to 5, I'll say squeeze it even more, and you'll be able to squeeze even more, because it'll go like this. And then when I say squeeze it, because you think you'll be squeezing it, but you won't be squeezing it as much as you think you are. So re-engage it after every 5 seconds or so, and then go for 5, 10, 15, 20 seconds even, and then relax and do 4 or 5 of those, a couple times a day. That's a power Kegel, and that will help those floor muscles to get strong. And that's good for so many things, in life, especially for women. It helps with the birthing process. It helps to recover from the birthing process. Sometimes some people say that some studies have said that it's good for prostate issues. I don't know about that, but anyway, it's good to have good toned muscles everywhere that you have muscles. So that's just a way to work it. Another exercise that you can do is incorporate Kegels with bridges. And bridges, let me show you what a bridge is. This is going to be a good core plus Kegel exercise. So you're going to be on your back, on the floor. Your knees are going to be bent. Get your feet in line with your hips. Your feet are pointing straight forward. Your arms are down by your side. You're going to go ahead and engage your do a Kegel first. So pull it up. Just squeeze stop that urine flow. Then go ahead, pull your stomach in, and just roll up your back, one vertebrae at a time, starting at your lumbar spine and rolling up into your thoracic spine. So it'll be like this. So do a Kegel, then lift up, and then back down. Then you can relax the Kegel, then re-engage, then back up. Or if you want to do a power Kegel, keep that engaged the whole set. And that's a good core movement, a core exercise, because it works your glutes, which are the largest muscles in the body. And you need to work those often. So that's a good core plus Kegel exercise. So another core exercise is a plank. And what you'll do is you'll get on your stomach. You get your hands underneath your shoulders. You're going to go ahead and pull your toes underneath your ankles. You're going to squeeze your butt and straighten your knees. And then you're just going to go ahead and lift your buttocks off the ground. You're just going to hold. This is start off with 20 to 30 seconds, and then build up to 1 to 2 minutes. And that is a plank. You also that's for the anterior part of your core. Another a good exercise for the lower back is what's called a pointer dog. And what you'll do is you'll start with your toes underneath your ankles, your knees underneath your hips, your hands underneath your shoulders, with a slight arch in your low back, slight arch. So it's a good pelvic tilt. What you're going to do then is you're going to pull your stomach towards your spine, and that's going to set your core, what's called your transverse abdominis. And what you want to do is then you also retract your head a little bit so that you'll be working your neck muscles. And then you'll extend one leg out behind you and extend and flex the other arm out in front of you, and then switch. And what you want to look for is look at the shadow of your core on the ground, and it shouldn't move side to side. It should not move. If you got a tight core and it's working like it shouldn't move. So it'll be like here, and then you're going to switch and then switch. And the leg does not have to be that far off the ground, because the higher you go, the more you're going to arch your back. It'll look like this. If you see my back arching, you want your back to stay still. So like this, and then switch. And then just switch. And you can do 5 or 10 on each side. And that's a good core exercise at the same time as well. So you've got 2 Kegel exercises and 3 actually core exercises to help with that area of your body. So you can do that 2 or 3 times a week. That'll keep your core nice and strong. Do you have any questions? Any questions at all?
Or just, well, I guess another benefit of Kegels would be for urinary incontinence, preventing that, right? For women, maybe not men, or
It could be. There are studies out there that says some of them yes, some of them no.
Okay.
So it could. I would say any muscles that are in the body are meant to be worked.
Yeah.
So why avoid them? Why work them? You can't go. You're not going to do anything wrong by exercising. So strong. It definitely works with birthing and the recovery process after the birthing. So.
I like what you said, muscles are meant to be worked. I agree. And I also like the combo bridge and Kegel, because if you're going to do a bridge, why not do a Kegel at the same time? 2 for 1 deal.
Sure. Of course. Yep.
Okay, I have a question. Are glutes the largest muscles or your quads? I thought your quads were, because it's long.
That's a good question. That's a very good question. So the rectus femoris, which is the muscle that it goes from the hip all the way across the knee, is the longest muscle in the body. You're correct. Okay. But it's not the largest. It's not the largest as far as mass goes. As far as mass is the gluteus maximus, is the butt muscle, because you have to get, number one, you have to get up from a seated position. That's the major mover in getting up, and it's a hip extender. It's huge in walking. You have to engage. Your leg goes behind you when you walk, and that's the glute. So that you have strong glute muscles, you'll be able to walk really well. So yes, so you're right. The glute is the largest. The rectus femoris is the longest.
Okay. So more mass in the ASS, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
I don't know if we
like
cuss
that
on here. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, hopefully nobody will be offended, but that's excellent. That's excellent.
Okay, well, when you have a great core, that's also going to help you have better bowel movements. So as a registered dietitian nutritionist, I am not afraid of talking about food. People are like, is this too much information? I'm like, no, because what goes into your body and what comes out of it are equally important. So you get a lot of information on what comes out, but we're going to talk more today about how to even have better bowel movements, because that is just fantastic for really good health. So your overall well-being is going to benefit. These regular, comfortable bowel movements are a key indicator of a healthy digestive system. So if you are not going every day, if it's more like every other day, every 2 days, if they're more like rabbit poos, or if they're like liquid, those are no bueno. We're going to have to work through some of that. But here are some tips to help improve your bowel movements through diet and some lifestyle changes as well. Now, one of them is eating a fiber-rich diet. I'm sure you guys have all heard this, but most Americans are not getting enough fiber. It's more like 14 grams a day, not anywhere near the 25 plus that we should be getting. When it comes to fiber, there are 2 different types. There's soluble and there's insoluble. The soluble is found in things like oats. So if you're eating oatmeal, beans, fruits, vegetables, it absorbs water and becomes like a gel-like substance. Like if you've ever had chia pudding, it's kind of like that. It helps soften your stool and it helps it make it easier to pass. The insoluble fiber is found in things like whole grains, nuts, and seeds. It adds bulk to the stool, and I think of them as like little scrubbers. They're like kind of scrubbing on their way out. Helps food pass more quickly through the digestive system as well. So you want both of those. Don't just focus on one over the other. Ways to increase some fiber intake would be, 1, try to get at least 5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. Apples, pears, berries, broccoli, leafy greens would all be good ideas. If you're going to have grains in your diet, choose whole grains over refined grains, or at least just start with going from white bread to whole wheat bread. And then maybe brown rice instead of white rice, quinoa, oatmeal, amaranth, lots of different whole grains you can bring into your diet. Also, legumes and nuts are great sources of fiber too. So maybe consider including beans, black beans, maybe with your nachos, for example, chickpeas, nuts. They can go into soups, stews, salads, snack packs. You can do lots of different things. Of course, we don't just want to increase fiber because you can increase bulk, but you're going to have a plumbing issue without water, right? So we definitely want water to help soften the stool and help move things along. We've talked about this before. I would say aim for at least 8 cups of water a day, but more if you're active, more if you live in a hot climate. Herbal teas and water-rich fruits and vegetables, like if you're eating tons of watermelon, that actually does contribute to your hydration. Cucumbers do as well. So those are some things to consider. Not coffee, that does not count, even though it's made with water. Not beer, even though it's made with water. It's not count towards your hydration. As Ken has mentioned, definitely regular physical activity in general, not even just core exercises, but walking helps kind of jostle things along and helps the peristalsis, which is basically helping to move the poo through your system. Swimming helps, cycling, do something. Another thing is routine. Your body does like a routine. So if you can maybe start your mornings. I have a blog called The Good Morning Poo, basically how to have a good morning poo. And so if you can start training yourself for like, oh, I work out and then I have my coffee and then I go sit on the toilet, it helps your body get into a schedule of like, oh, this is what we do every day at 9, 10 a.m. And preferably it's done after meals or when you have some sort of hot liquid, like lemon, hot or warm water with lemon can help. Coffee can help. Those things kind of help move things along. Also, this is key, and I'm not even surprised anymore because we are so divorced from our hunger and satiety symptoms that we are also seemingly divorced from our body's signals to ourselves. So we're kind of like, shut up, body, I have a meeting. I don't care that you need to go to the bathroom. We do not want to ignore the urge to go. Delaying this can lead to constipation and discomfort. So honor your body's desire to go to the restroom. Also, when we think about poo and better bowel movements, definitely a huge part of this is your gut health. So including things like probiotics and prebiotics would be a really good idea for and that's essential for good digestion. So examples of probiotics include yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and miso. All of those are delicious, actually, pretty much too. Prebiotics are the foods that feed the good gut bacteria. So that would be garlic, onions, banana, asparagus, Jerusalem artichokes, all of those help feed that. So you definitely want a blend of both. Another idea, which we have discussed in numerous ways before, you definitely want to manage your stress because when your sympathetic nervous system is in control, it's like there's a bear behind me, we can't poop right now, right? So we definitely want to be able to do some deep breathing, some yoga, meditation, just switch ourselves into the parasympathetic nervous systems where we can rest, digest, and expel as necessary. Other things that will not help you have a better bowel movement are highly processed foods that are low in fiber, and that also can contribute to constipation. I would definitely limit your intake of fast foods, processed snacks, sugary drinks, and just really focus on the foods that we talked about before, the whole unprocessed foods that are higher in nutrients and in fiber. Of course, this is important too. If you are experiencing persistent changes in your bowel habits, if you have chronic constipation, if you haven't gone for like a week, if there's diarrhea, if there's blood in your stool, these are things that are very important to consult with your healthcare professional about because there could be underlying health issues that require more medical attention. So with that being said, though, you can have better bowel movements. This is within your reach by just making a few simple dietary and lifestyle changes. So add more fiber into your diet if you're not getting enough, staying hydrated, exercising regularly, establishing a routine, and managing stress. All of these things, plus your gut health, can help contribute to your overall well-being. Any questions, Ken?
I do have a couple of questions. Great topic. You covered a lot of stuff. So I have oatmeal in the morning, and I just I have a dry oatmeal, and I put a cup of water in it, and I put it in the microwave and just warm it up. Can I count that cup of water as water, or is that or as 1 cup of water? Because it's just warmed up water. It's just warmed up with oatmeal, or do I have to do it? Do you recommend just whatever you drink is what you count?
I would say whatever you drink, because that's going into hydrating the oats, which will add to the soluble fiber, but you probably want to drink separately outside of that.
Okay.
It's more like if you have, I don't know, 2 cups of watermelon or something that's such high water content that they'll
Oh, I
be
see.
bad later on at the end of the day. If you're like, oh, I didn't drink my actual glasses of water. Well, you got water through your watermelon or your cucumber. So don't worry about that part. That's a good question though. Any other
I,
questions?
I do have another question. So dealing with oatmeal again. So you have the soluble and insoluble. Uh, is one of those good for? I've heard this, and I don't know if it's true or not. You can clarify this. Does it help with cholesterol? Does one of it reduce cholesterol, or is that not true?
Fiber in general helps reduce cholesterol because your body tries to get rid of the extra cholesterol. It sends it in the bloodstream and it's like, hey, let's send this through the small intestine and large intestine to get out. But if there's not enough fiber to help it get out of your large intestine, your small intestine, it gets reabsorbed. That's a problem.
Ah, okay.
So
So it
yeah,
doesn't.
I would just say focus on fiber to reduce cholesterol. Do not fall for the cereal. There's one that in particular that I'm thinking of. It's like helps reduce your cholesterol, but it's really just a very popular brand that's like sawdust, essentially.
Oh wow. Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say
Okay.
about that.
Just that's good. That's good. Okay. Sounds good. Okay. Very good. So just high cholesterol or high cholesterol, high fiber meal, high fiber foods will help with just your health in general for sure.
Yeah, you can go too high. Some people are like, yeah, can I get too much fiber? You can definitely get too much fiber, but most of us we are on the other side of that, where it's like, I'd rather you get 40 grams plus enough water intake. But yes, probably 80 to 100 would be too much for most people.
Oh wow.
Let's
Man,
just
that's a lot of
do
fiber.
a little bit better than 12 and then a little bit better than 14 and a little bit like just kind of work your way up a little bit.
Build your way up.
Yeah, and I think
Yeah.
that
Sounds
kind of
good.
leads into our, last comments and everything. What would your comment be?
So yeah. So just be consistent, as I usually say, in whatever you do. As far as core exercises or Kegels, you do Kegels you can do every day. Core exercises are um, you can do stomach and you can do stomach and core exercises every day, but I at least do them every other day, and you'll benefit from it. Again, muscles are meant to be used, so use them.
Yeah. And I would say definitely consistency with fiber is definitely important, but choose one thing. If you are having white bread today, make the switch to whole wheat. It's a simple switch that will help baby step you to better results.
Yeah, yeah,
Or if you're not drinking enough water, get some herbal tea and have some watermelon. It's a great time.
perfect,
Yeah.
perfect.
Well, if you have any comments that you would like to leave behind on our little page here, topics you'd like us to cover, anything that you've tried and maybe you've had better bowel movements and you feel like sharing those, I'll celebrate with you.
Me too.
Also, please like and subscribe. And if you like the work that we're putting out, please consider supporting this channel through the link below. And we'll see you all next week. Take care.
Bye. I would like to talk to you about my ebook that I have, and it's called Banish Neck Pain. And basically, it goes over six different protocols. Basically, what would be problematic in your back, neck, even shoulders, maybe a tight chest, and then what you do to banish that, to make that go away. Let me give you an example. Let's say, for instance, that you have pain in between your shoulder blades. Well, that could be caused by a number of things, including tight chest, which I cover. You release and then stretch your chest, then release and strengthen your back muscles in between your shoulder blades. And that stretching the chest and strengthening the back will improve your posture, pull your shoulders back, which gets rid of the problematic pain in between your shoulder blades. Now, let's say, for instance, you have neck pain right here. And that's probably upper trapezius. Well, then I have protocols that are slightly different for that area of a problem. So it would be an upper trapezius release, upper trapezius stretch, and then you're going to go ahead and strengthen those muscles in between your shoulder blades that pulls those shoulder blades back and put you into proper position so that it gets rid of that neck pain. And I also cover shoulder. Let's say, for instance, if you have problems in the base of your neck, even in the front of your neck. And so these are all covered by my ebook, and it comes with accompanying videos for each segment, each stretch, each exercise, each release, so that you do it correctly. You can follow along, make sure that you do it right. So check it out. Adrienne, what have you got?
Welcome to the world of vibrant health with the One Bite Wellness Green Smoothie ebook. If you are looking to boost your energy, improve your digestion, and enhance your overall well-being, this is your ultimate guide to delicious, nutrient-packed green smoothies. Now, why is this important? Well, one, it's packed with nutritional benefits. Green smoothies are powerhouses, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, all included in each one of these. Each recipe in our ebook is designed to help you have better energy levels so that you can say goodbye to the midday slumps or not need the vending machine to get you through. Our smoothies also provide sustained energy to help you keep going all day long. So you can have it breakfast, lunch, dinner, actually snacks, all great ideas. Also, they improve digestion because there's a lot of fiber in smoothies. Unlike juices, which take out the fiber, you get plenty here. That helps support a healthy digestive system. It can alleviate bloating and discomfort if any of you struggle with that. And we always want to boost our immunity, right? So with vitamins like vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, the smoothies can strengthen your immune system and help you fight off colds and infections. Two, we've made it easy for you. We have easy and delicious recipes. We have weekly smoothie plans and things that you're going to need for your grocery list. As you can see, that's a grocery list right there. And then also a recipe that we have. So everything is in here. You have simple instructions. You can whip up a delicious smoothie in like minutes. We also have a lot of different ingredients. So we can go tropical fruits with kale or spinach. We can also do superfoods, cacao, maca powder. All of these keep your smoothies exciting and nutritious. And they're also customizable. There are lots of different substitutions or additions so that you can customize the recipe to fit your preferences and your nutritional goals. Plus, you get expert guidance. This is created by a registered dietitian nutritionist, me. And I love helping people select good ingredients that have the most health and benefits. And then also giving you blending tips, giving you the health benefits of having these smoothies and kind of laying that out for you. There's also a food diary that you can keep so that you can keep track of your own benefits. And then the fourth part is that you get long-term health benefits from incorporating green smoothies into your diet. And that can lead to weight management because a lot of green smoothies are low in calories but high in nutrients. So this can be a great addition to your weight loss or weight maintenance plan. It can also promote more healthy, glowing skin with all the vitamins and the minerals, the antioxidants, the fiber. And speaking of fiber, detoxification. You're also going to get that part of your digestive system, hopefully cleaning out toxins and supporting overall health. So by choosing the One Bite Wellness Green Smoothie ebook, you are investing in a healthier, more vibrant you. And don't wait to start your journey to better health. Download your copy today and experience the transformative power of green smoothies. The link is below.